Welcome back, student. Now, actually, uh, the thing is, in the game that we had developed, we had a bug. The bug that we had was, see, basically, when we are actually projecting this augmented reality, I will just run the game and show it to you. We are having problem with cloud, aeroplane, and ship models because they are animated. All other objects are okay, but ship, cloud, and this aeroplane, it is animated. So what is happening when you come to that page? Sometimes the ship, cloud, and the aeroplane will not be visible, so it will go off the screen. So let us, I will check it once again. Let us see it once again now. Okay, now let us run the game and see it. So when I execute the game here, okay, now the camera is visible. Now I bring the camera and show it over the AR book. On the AR book we have no issue because it is showing correctly, and the cloud and the aeroplane has already started moving here. You can see aeroplane and cloud has already started moving. Now I will remove it. I will come to house picture. Okay, we are now seeing the house picture. So house picture we don't have any issue. Then when we come to the ship, you can see the ship is not at all visible. See where it has gone? The ship has gone away from the screen. It has got animated and went away from the screen. And similarly now, okay, car we have no issue. Car is not animated. Now when we come to forest also we have no issue. But when we come to aeroplane now, aeroplane is not at all visible. If you turn here, it has gone away from the screen. See, it is going somewhere here. So we have to set up this bug. Why is this happening is, so when we started first, we had written a script to transform, translate, and we had asked it to move it by around 0.2 units, and it keeps on moving from 0.2 units right from the start of the presentation, from the first page. So it keeps on moving, and you can see it slowly. It goes and goes away from the screen. Okay, so how to rectify this? To avoid the ship or the aeroplane to move away from your screen, what we are now going to do is, we have the ship here. Our program will move this ship from this end to the other end, and once it comes to the left hand end, that is out of the screen, this ship should come back to its original position. This is what we have to do. Then it keeps on looping, it doesn't get lost. So to do this, what we are now going to do is, we are actually going to let us start with this ship image target. First we shall adjust with the ship image target. Come to the top view, and if you come to the top view, you can see here this AR book object is clashing with this ship image target. So select this cover page target here, select the move tool, and let us move it little to the left, and then select the ship image target again, and with the ship image target selected, right click and choose 3D object, and we are now going to create a cube. Create a cube and name this cube as ship wall, S capital. So let us name it as SHIPWALL. So let us give it the name as ship wall, and then after giving it the name as ship wall, so let us set its X thickness scale to around 0.1. So let us make it as thin as possible, and then in the top view, let us move it to the left hand side. That is the position where the ship goes away from our camera. So let us place it somewhere here at the left hand side, and then come to front view. So when we come to the front view now, so here you can see that box is at the bottom. So let us move this box to the top. Click clear. Now move this object to the top. Okay, so let us move this object to the top. So after we move this object to the top, then actually so let us move it somewhere here at this position. Let us keep it here. Let us adjust this later also, no problem. The next thing is, with the ship wall selected, you have box collider already added to it. In box collider, click on ease trigger option. So I've switched on this ease trigger option. So after switching it on, now here the next thing is, we have to add a tag to this. With this selected, so here ship we have here tag untagged. Click here and click on add tag, and here let us add a tag here. Right now there are no tags. Click plus and name this as ship hit, SHIP ship hit, and click save. So we have created a tag ship hit, and after creating this tag, come back to ship and in the tag choose ship hit. Ship hit tag has been selected. So after adding tag to this object, now come to this second object, that is the ship object. With the ship object selected, now click on add component, and for this let us add a collider. Type collider, COLL, you will see box collider here. In add component, if you just type COLL, you will see box collider here. Select this box collider, and once you select this box collider, double click on ship. So when you double click it, it comes closer, and here this box collider is actually a very small object which is present here, which we are not seeing it. Let us set the X scale to 10, Y to 10, and Z to 10, and then you can see the box collider here. And now let us drag this X still further. Okay, let us make X here, say for example 100. Okay, Y let us make it 100. So 100 is very large, let us make it 30, so that you see that this, and then in position in Y let us itself is moving. So along the Y axis let us move this. So let us place it like this, and let us set the Y value to around 40, and then let us move along the Y value, so that this box should just cover that ship. Let us make this 45 along the Y value and move the Y value here, and then next let us set the X, that is Z value. Let us set it to 100. 100 is too wide. Let us set it to 50. 50, or we can even set it to 40 or 45. Let us set this also to 40, and in Z let us move it so that this is exactly placed around the ship like this. And then right click and see, so this X is also, let us set it to around 30 or even 20. Okay, so this has added a box all around your ship. So this detects the collision. So just design this box. So after we have added this box, now come to top view. So we have the box here, we have the collider here. Now go to file and choose save. Now after this, next for this ship object, with this ship object selected here, we have added box collider. Right click, rotate it. So this is the ship object, and let us add one more component. Click add component, and now type rigid body. Add rigid body, and in rigid body you have use gravity. Uncheck this option. So after this, now let us come into the scripting part. For this, come into your assets folder, and in asset folder you already have the scripts folder. In the scripts folder, right click, create, and C# script. Name the new script as RESET, R capital, reset, POSITION, reset position. So we have given the name of this script as reset position. So after naming this script, now double click this script to open it in Visual Studio. Now once the script is open, you have the script open here. Before we start writing the script, come back to Unity here and select ship here. So let us select ship object here. So selecting the ship object, Now select this reset position script and attach it to this ship game object, so that in the inspector you can see reset position script is attached. Now go to file, choose save, and now come back to Visual Studio, and now here we are going to first identify the original position of the ship. For example, if we come to Unity, what is the original position of the ship? This information we need it. So to get this information, come to the script here, and here after this first open bracket, click enter, and now declare a variable. The variable we declare is a position variable which has XYZ values. For this, the type of variable we will declare is vector3. So we are going to call this variable as vector3. So you can see here we have the vector3 variable. Select the vector3 variable, then space, give it a name. So we are going to name this as original P capital position. So we will name this variable as original post. So then end it with a colon. And now as soon as the program starts, we want this original position variable that we have declared. Okay, this should be set equal to. This should be equal to. So we are going to make it equal to transform. So now we are going to choose the transform component and press the period, and here you have a function local position. So select this local position, L capital and P small. So select this local position and then end it with colon. So we have original position is equal to transform period local position. So what it does is, as soon as the game starts, the initial position of the ship is stored in this variable original position. So after writing or after doing this part, the next thing is we have to identify when the ship collides. Coming back to Unity, now the next job is when this ship moves and hits this collider, we have to identify when it hits the collider. Now for this, what we are now going to do is come back to the script, and after this update, that is before the last bracket, after this update close bracket, so now coming back here, we are now going to call a function. Okay, so for this type void, and the function we are going to call is on trigger. Trigger, you can see here on trigger enter. This is the function we call. So if I click on it, you have on trigger enter, and automatically it adds the required commands. Okay, it is on trigger enter, and in the bracket you have to declare a collider. Okay, collider is the type of data, and here we are going to declare a variable. It has mentioned as other. In this place, let us type here as here the name. So say for example, I will give it the name as collide. Okay, so let us name this as collide. So we have declared a variable collide here. So this collide is actually a parameter which we are going to call later, and in between this line, what we are now going to check is, we are going to check whether the collider has a tag called ship hit. If you come back to Unity, in Unity, for this ship wall, we have added the tag. Oh, it has not saved. So select this ship hit. So for this ship wall, we have added the tag here, ship hit. This tag has been added. So now this we have to compare whether the tag of the colliding object is equal to ship hit. This we have to compare. So now coming back here, we are going to now test for a condition. The condition that we have to test now is whether the object that has collided has a tag ship hit. This we have to identify. So to identify it, we are going to use the if statement. Type if and open close bracket, we are going to type the condition here. Then open flower bracket. You have open and close flower bracket here. Move this flower bracket down. Okay. And in this open close, inside this open close bracket, inside this we shall type the condition. What is the condition? We have declared a parameter here, collide. Okay. So we are going to call it collide. Okay. Collide period, and we are going to identify the game object. So you have here game object selected, period, and in game object what we are going to do is C capital compare tag. You have it here. So select compare tag, and what is the tag in open and close bracket, inside this bracket and inside two inverted commas. Okay, so we are going to type here exactly the tag that we have used here, that is SHIP HIT. So we are going to add this tag over here, ship hit. So after adding this, so we will just check the condition. If collide game object compare tag is equal to ship hit, then what it has to do? Then transform component is cost, period, then local position, that is the local position should be equal to our variable, that is original position, and then end it with a colon. So now what happens? If the hit target is ship hit, if it has the tag ship hit, then automatically the transform dot local position will be equal to the original position. Means the ship will move back to its original position. Now go to file and choose save all to save this. Now let us test the game now. So go to file, choose save. Now come back here, click the play position. Now we are going to actually use the camera, and as soon as we bring it over the ship object here, you can see the ship moving, and as the ship moves, it will come near the wall. It is moving near the wall, and as soon as it hits the wall, see, it automatically moves back. So this is working. The ship moves, and as soon as the ship touches this wall, it will automatically move back. So by adding this, we are now able to actually avoid the ship getting lost. Only the problem is here, this wall should not be visible. We doesn't want this wall to be visible. So for this, what we are going to do is, let us stop the playback. Now come back here to the assets, and in assets, see whether you have a folder called materials. So it is there. Double click materials. We had previously created one sun material here. So right click here, choose create, and create a new material. So here we are going to choose the new material and name this new material as transparent. T capital transparent. So let us give it the name as transparent. So after adding this material, now once this material is collected in the inspector window, you have the shader type. Now with this transparent material selected, come to the inspector window. In the transparent menu here, in the shader, choose the shader transparent. We have a shader here transparent. Select it, and in this you have vertex lit with Z. So select this, and after we choose this, now next you have the main color here. In the main color, click on this color and in this color you have 4 channels RGBA. A represents alpha. Here 255 means it is completely opaque, and as we move it towards the left it becomes transparent, and if we make it 0 you can also see the material, it becomes totally transparent. Now click here, close. The thing is we have not applied that material to the object here. So now what we have to do is select this shape wall object, drag this transparent material and apply to it. So now we have applied the material. Now go to file, choose save. Now we shall check it. So now execute the program, press the game play button, and once it plays, here one shape you can see now, and you are not able to see the actual that is the transparent object, but here we are seeing like a patch, some patch there. See, it moves back immediately. Okay, so we have added a collider. If we want to avoid that patch object, let us place that collider little to the top. So we are seeing a small patch on the, that is on that C. So let us stop it. Let us come to the front view here and move this out from this C area. So let us move it here. Okay, now click save, and again now let us execute and test it. So now, oh, now it is fine. So now we don't have that patch. So now what happens is you have the ship moving, and as soon as the ship comes to the end, when it comes and hits the end target there, see, it hits the target, immediately it moves back. So this is working fine. So once we have done this for the ship, the same thing we are now going to repeat it for the aircraft and the cloud. So stop the playback now, go to file and choose save.